Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers of YouTube. My name is NimbleThor, and this is MINImax Tinyverse, which is a really high-quality strategy PvP game, a bit in the vein of Clash Royale, although it plays a bit more like as if Clash Royale was merged with a MOBA game. So let's jump into a normal match versus an online opponent, and we'll go back here to the menu afterwards to explore the many features of the game, so do not worry, like the questing system and our team settings and all the other good stuff. And I don't know if it's just me, by the way, but until earlier today, I actually didn't know that this genre of game, the same genre as Clash Royale, actually has a name. So this genre is apparently called Tower Rush, and I tend to really like these types of games as long as they don't become too much pay to win. Unfortunately, most of them do on mobile. They're very pay to win, most of them. But we'll get back to talking about how this game monetizes later on in this video. But for now, though, I really gotta give it to these developers that this game, MINImax, feels extremely polished. And the theme and the setting for the game is just adorable. We're essentially controlling an army of small creatures in this miniverse, which takes place inside what seems to be a very old and antique bookshop. So what we can do here as the leader of our army is that we can deploy units, and we see all of our units here on the left side, and I can tap any one of them, and you guys can see the area in which we can actually deploy these guys, and then we simply tap to deploy them. We deploy these guys over here, and they have, of course, different attributes, like these are small warriors, for example. We also have some DPS characters, like the ones with the shotguns here that I just deployed, and we're going for the lower lane here, as you guys can see. We're just gonna sort of ignore the hero that was up here before. I think he got killed by our tower, and instead, we're gonna go for this tower over here. We're gonna freeze it down using one of our spells, and see how much damage we'll be able to deal to it. Because of course we want to get here to the big castle over here on the right side, and you know, our castle is over here on the left side, and you know, we want to get to those, but if the match is very even, whoever has killed the most other towers will win the match. So that's typically what I go for, because typically I don't get to kill the opponent's main tower and they don't get to kill mine, so it really comes down to these additional towers. Let's see what's going on down here. They are attacking our tower, but I think I want to help our main hero, which is, let's see if we can zoom in a bit. This is our main hero. Now, we don't control this hero. It deploys automatically, and it runs forward automatically, but we can pick it up, though, and, for example, move it a bit back, if that's what we want it to do, like so, and we can also use its special ability, and, of course, we have different kinds of these heroes, and I'm gonna go show you guys all of them, at least the ones we have available after this match here is over. Hopefully, we'll be able to win by destroying this guy down here who has very, very little HP left, this tower, or we could also go for the top tower now. Actually, it seems like we're starting to deal some seriously good damage to that one. Let's put it on fire as well, which is another magic spell we can use, and there we go. We got our first point, our first star by destroying that tower, and it looks like now we actually have a chance at going for the main tower as well. That is so cool. Let's see if we can just continue pushing here in the top. Do we want to go for the bottom? You know what? I think I'm just going to continue going here for the main castle, even though it looks like now our main hero died and we have very little HP left on our units. Okay, so we got destroyed there, but at least the enemy's tower or the main kingdom is now down to, I would say, about 10, maybe 20% HP. But the main hero of the opponent, though, just got an attack increase. So we've got to be a bit careful here. Now, we have 100 food, which is the currency or the stamina or energy system, or call it whatever you want, that we use to deploy units. Typically, I would call it mana, but in this game, we actually use mana for using spells instead. So we have those two different currencies or two different systems, and you can see them in the bottom right and bottom left corner of the screen right now. Let's make sure we take out this guy before he destroys our tower. There we go. And in the bottom, we're also doing an incredibly well executed push, but we already won the match. And so when we win a match like this, what we earn are tickets, which can be used to buy chests in the shop. And don't worry, by the way, these chests open up instantly. We don't have to wait for them. And then we also earn gold, which can be used to upgrade our units. So let's go have a look at that right now. In our inventory, we have a level up box, which is ready to be opened, and I'm gonna open it up here. Again, it happens instantly, and we're gonna get, I think it's 4 or 5 different items. Let's see. We got meditation, which is a new spell. We got some more footmen. We got a catapult. I think that's the first catapult we've got. And we got some more of the healing powder. Now, we need as many of these spells and of these units as we can possibly get, because we need more of them to be able to level them up. And so what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and buy the golden chest, because I've been saving up so many of these tickets so that I could show you guys what we would get from these chests. So let's open up the golden chest here, and let's see if we can get something a bit more high level and maybe a bit more rare, or at least just more of the same unit. So we got 235 gold, we got 25 of Magus, I believe that's a new unit. We got some more of the trapping roots, which we had already. We got some more freeze, which we also had already. We also had the scouter already. But Magus, though, is a new character. So let's go have a look at that one right now over here in our team settings. Because part of what I find really awesome about MINImax Tinyverse is that we can customize everything from our main hero to the towers we have on our map to the units themselves and even the spells in this game. So let's go have a look and see if there's anything we can either level up or any new things we can equip. We only have 2 main heroes unlocked so far. We've got Otto up here, which is your typical tank-like character. And then we've got the one I use, the Shaman, which is sort of a wizard-like creature. These are our towers. We can't yet level those up, by the way. But over here, we've got our normal ground units. And here we can do lots of things. For example, we could choose to deploy Magus. He costs 35 food to deploy, which is pretty expensive. It would make him one of the most expensive units I've got. But he also does have an attack power of 550 though, which I believe is actually more than our other ranged units, the riflemen's. Yeah, they only have, whoa, okay, they only have 147 in attack, 1.8 in attack speed though, whereas Magus has 3.8. What? Like, Magus is so much better than our other units. Let's definitely deploy this guy, and let's also level him up, which only costs 50 gold, so it's sort of a no-brainer. And I don't think we can level it up again. Nope, we need 40 more of Magus to be able to level him up. What we can level up though are the footmen, so let's do that. We can also level up once more. It seems we can level them up once more. That's nice. So now they get all the way up to level 3, which I believe is our first level 3 unit, actually. We've also got the catapult here, which costs 45 to deploy, has 1,700 in attack power. Could be kind of interesting to try that one out. So let's try this one instead of our scouts, because I didn't use those scouts anyway. And then let's also level up the catapult to level 2, and let's click save. And now I believe we are good to go for one more match. Let's real quick first collect some gold here though from these quests and from these achievements. Not that we really need the gold though, but I haven't done this in a long while. And now it looks like we can actually also upgrade something here, upgrade our quests or upgrade our achievements. Not even sure what exactly that did. Let's see. Achievements and hearts. Once you reach a certain amount of hearts, the upgrade button activates. Press upgrade to customize the antique shop. Oh, okay. So I guess we upgraded our shop just now, actually. There are a few different game modes, by the way, so we're gonna unlock ranked match later on. We've also got custom matches, which is really awesome. A great way to train in this game. And then, of course, we've got practice matches. For now, though, I say we go in for another normal match to try out some of our new units. Back over in the shop, by the way, I forgot to show you guys this before, but we can, of course, also buy the game's premium currency and use it on the Battle Pass subscription in this game, which costs about $6 per season, and a season lasts between a month and a half, maybe 2 months, as far as I've been able to tell so far. So it's actually not that bad of a deal, honestly. It's a pretty inexpensive Battle Pass subscription if you enjoy the game. We can, of course, also use the game's premium currency to buy additional chests, which I fear might make this game slightly pay to win, or at the very least, pay to progress faster. That is still to be seen though. For now, I'm having a blast with the game, but just be aware that later on the monetization system might end up really screwing us over. Let's hope that doesn't happen, of course. Now, look at our new wizard here. He is dealing already some serious damage, but he also has very little HP, so we have to be pretty careful, and the opponent already took out our main hero. When is the time to deploy this catapult? Now it's probably not the time, but I wanted to make sure I have some time to show you guys how much damage it actually deals. Let's look at this. Doesn't seem to deal that much damage, actually, or maybe it's just the enemy unit there that has a serious amount of damage. Let's make sure to deploy some safety bubbles here for our units as they take out the opponent, and our base up here is down to only about 50% HP. This was a really great push made by the opponents. I hope we will be able to retaliate well enough here and do a push and maybe take out that tower completely, the tower up here. I think that's the one we're gonna go for. So I'm gonna deploy some more damage-dealing units here now, even though it looks like our tank-like characters over here are gonna get taken out completely by that horse-riding dude there, and he's gonna start dealing damage to our catapult, and this is not looking too good, guys. What can we do about that? Oh, okay, we took him out, so we're gonna save up our mana instead, and he deployed some crayons! Oh, the setting of this game, the theme of this game, it's so well executed. Crayons, of course. He created a wall of crayons. That's just perfect. So what are we then gonna do? What are we gonna do? We need some guys with lots of HP to defend our main hero, and then we need some more damage. And I believe we gotta root this guy, which means we lock him down to his position. And it seems like he can still attack, but at least then he can't continue moving forward. And we can also freeze these guys. Yes, there we go. So now is the time to deal some serious damage. Let's deploy some more DPS here. Let's make sure that our main hero uses his special attack on that tower. We really want to take out that tower. There we go, dealt a decent amount of damage, but now is the time to get out of here with our main hero before it dies. And what else are we gonna do now? Let's create some fire here. This is a nice magic spell, by the way. Look at this, dealing lots of damage to the opponent there. But it really does look like the opponent still has the upper hand here, though, and they are dealing some good damage to our tower. But now it's time for us to retaliate. So let's move forward here with our main hero. Let's deploy some more guys here on the left side. I really wish we'd have enough to deploy some DPS characters, but we don't right now. And he froze us down, so let's deploy some defensive bubbles here, which, fortunately, they actually did work while frozen down. Wasn't too sure about that. And let's deploy some fire over here to take out that wizard. And once again, he deploys those crayons, which is really unfortunate because it splits our units up into two. And so half of them are going to go down here, half of them are going to go up there. And we end up not really doing any serious damage to any of these towers. Although, actually, guys, look at this. I think we got a star. We got 2 stars, actually. 2 stars already. That is not too bad, not too shabby. Now we just have to defend ourselves for the next 17 or 16 seconds, and we will actually have won this match, even though I gotta say, the opponent here really did a great job at making a push here in the top side of the screen. But it looks like we're eventually gonna be victorious here with only a few seconds left. Your opponent ran away? What? What a loser. He ran away at the last moment there. Oh man. As for the monetization of this game, I am willing to give this game a fair chance, by the way, as the core gameplay is a ton of fun, and I really want to see how far we can get in the ranked mode as a free-to-play player. So that's currently what keeps me around. I feel like MINImax is one of the best attempts at creating a great PvP game on mobile to compete with Clash Royale, and it's not even just on mobile, by the way, as there's also a PC version of the game, so we can play cross-platform, which is also really cool. I am surprised to see that we don't have a guild system just yet, though. That will definitely have to be added to the game eventually. And while they add it, by the way, they might as well also add a friend system, which, even though I do realize I mentioned the friend system at the beginning of this video, I just now realized that there actually isn't a friend system yet. So friendly matches, stuff like that would be great to see, a bit like we see it in Clash Royale these days. So my take on this game is that MINImax has a lot of great things going for it. The developers have been able to create a highly polished game with a core gameplay loop that is actually fun to play. There are many ways the developers, of course, can fuck up over the next many months, but I'm hoping they'll be able to continue developing the game, as I would actually love to see where this game might end up. Given a year or maybe even 2 years of additional development, I think we could have a really awesome mobile game on our hands here. But let me know what you think about MINImax, though. Do you think it will be able to compete with all the other PvP games out there, and maybe even eventually the king of PvP games, Clash Royale itself? Let's discuss that in the comments, and then now let's get to the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that the games industry giant Tencent has been developing an AI used to run bot matches in their mobile games for years now, and it's starting, that's not the news, by the way, we knew that, but it's starting to become really great at this point. Back in 2017, the AI was only able to win 48% of matches in Tencent's MOBA arena of Valor, but then 2 years went on and a lot of development happened, and now in 2019, it was able to defeat 99% of all players, including professional esports Arena of Valor players, by the way. But where this AI and all the other AIs developed by the big companies out there becomes really interesting for us players, though, is, at least in my opinion, when you start to realize that we could very soon be playing against bots that are as good as playing the game as real players are, or maybe even better at playing the game. And at that point, we can essentially say bye-bye to boring bot matches in both single-player and multiplayer games, and hello to something a lot more challenging, which in many cases I think is gonna create a better gameplay experience. As with any new tech, though, this AI can both be used for good and for bad, of course, and I'm sure we'll see it applied both for good and for bad, both here in 2020, but also in the years to come, as it seems that every big company out there is developing their own AI, and especially in the games industry. But with that said, let's wrap it up here for today. Let me know what you think about this whole AI used in video games topic, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.